feel coming to South Africa and just moving with the Africans? And because I know you live in New York, right?
Yes, yeah. It feels like finally I'm here because that was 2015. We went on tour to Midwest US, and that was my first time to be introduced by beautiful music from South Africa. So you introduced me first time, and since then I have opportunities to play with South African musicians pretty often in New York because there are so many great South African musicians in New York. So the music that I play from South Africa brings me certain temperature and the speed of life, and I was dreaming about, just living that life that I imagined in the music. So I feel like I'm home.
Yes, I mean it was very easy to to connect musically.
Yeah.
I know Dominic Kanza James, who plays with Angelica Kijo,
Yes.
introduced us, and then the community. Yes, so you're looking forward for the KZN Jazz Day. The limelight, we're gonna be with Richard Bonner and
Yes.
Duduzo Makatini and lots of other South Africans.
Yeah.
And Sbu Zondi is gonna be playing with you.
Yes.
And that's amazing.
I'm a composer and jazz pianist, and so I get to bring my own music, and they are so willing and welcome me with open arms that, okay, let's play your music. And I'm of course ready to play their music, or traditional music or original music.
In the cultural exchange, like you're talking about South Africa, also I taught Japan, and the way they were welcoming the South African sound, and it was amazing. And also because I'm working with the endorsement with Japan, YAMAHA. So which yes, thank you.
Yes.
Which instrument are you playing a YAMAHA piano on the festival? Or?
Yes, yeah. So I'm at the KZN International Jazz Festival in Durban on June 3rd. I will be playing YAMAHA C3, which I grew up, the same model I grew up with in Japan. I grew up on YAMAHA all my life. My grandfather was a music teacher and accountant, and he had a big C7 concert grand piano in his accountant office. So I got to play his piano, and I grew up on first YAMAHA upright. When I was 3 years old, my parents bought me upright piano, and later on we earned to purchase C3 model. So all the way when I was in Japan, I was playing acoustic piano from YAMAHA. And also I have to mention that I'm a product of YAMAHA Music School in Japan.
Wow.
So from 3 years old to 11 years old, I was in the YAMAHA education system, playing electron and piano and learning theory and that. So
It's great instruments. I mean, they build a silent bass. Silent bass has got a nice sound. YAMAHA.
can I tell about my new instrument?
Please.
Yes, I just purchased new keyboard from YAMAHA, and I'm loving it. It's called YC series, and it got great organ sound with drawbar, and it got the great electric piano sound. Of course, piano sound on the YAMAHA is the best. So with that keyboard, I can do most of the gig that require acoustic instrument that has nice reverb, nice effect. So I don't need anything else, just one keyboard.
And how's the action? Because sometimes I hear people that they play piano, and when they play keyboard, It's gonna be the one that maybe with the weighted keys. How's the keys? Like motif?
Very different from motif.
Okay.
I do have motif as well, and I use it regularly for the sound. It's got just tons of sound. Like I use it for like pop music, stadium gigs. It's got all the string sound, brass sound, synth lead. It's great. So it's my new setup, the motif and YC
Right.
series. But the touch, it's piano and YC series motif. It's all different.
Right.
So you just have to adjust your technique accordingly. So YC series, what I like about it is like it's a touch of organ,
Amazing.
like B3 organ.
Yeah.
So it's very different from piano, but I know how to adjust because I played B3 in church organ. Like I play in a Baptist church, and
Right.
so I play organ. So you just adjust your technique.
You know what? The good thing is that tomorrow we're going to YAMAHA, South Africa, and then we can explore more, and we see what they have, and then we can explore more with what they have, and then we can tell me more because you know you check this in New York. So since we're going to YAMAHA, South Africa tomorrow, we'll explore more. I also want to see what they have lately.
That is
'Cause I'm-
exciting.
yeah.
That's like Disneyland for me.
Yeah.
Like to be
I need a
around
fretless,
the
yeah.
instruments. So I look
Okay.
forward to that. Yeah.
Great.
And when was the first time you guys performed together, if you have?
It was 2015. We went on tour with Yayoi. She's a great piano player, and my friend Dominic Kanza, who plays with Angelica Gijo, introduced me to Yayoi because I was looking for a piano player, jazz, but who can understand the African roots and elements. So Dominic plays a lot of African. I play with him a lot. Sometimes he plays with Angelica Gijo, and we play with Salif Keita. So what happens is that there's a group of musicians in New York that they play African. They're from Africa. We're from Africa, obviously. So we combination with the international, because we don't find a lot of South Africans. Now they are floating since there's a YAMAHA scholarship at Manhattan School. Like last week we had to do they were doing a Hall of Fame for YAMAHA, just at the Lincoln Center, and we had to perform for that to open that Hall of Fame. And then now I was performing with the young crew that they studying at the Manhattan School of Music, and the scholarship is YAMAHA scholarship. So it's growing, you know, South African jazz, South African music, South African roadies, South African engineers, we're all growing because we meet each other outside South Africa and then doing the job. So it's all that. So that's where we met in 2015, right?
2015, but that was my first time, so I can tell since then there are more South African music that I get to play more often these days. But I was at that time I was not familiar with South African music, but it felt like it felt home to play. It was a easy transformation
Right.
to get used to the rhythm and the tempo, like I spoke before. And I wanna add that, you know, like our friend Dominic James, Dominic Kanza, we played. I've been touring with him with great Haitian vocalist Emily Michel. So it's Afro-Caribbean music, but I just stay open. I never really studied formally African music, but I believe that, you know, we can understand, and I can try to be in their shoes.
Right.
And, you know, like we eat together, we travel together, and we get to know personally and playing music, and that feeds off each other, you know, like being together as a musician, being on the stage together. It's
Cultural
all,
exchange.
yeah, all like reflect each other, and we understand each other better at the end. So.
All right, Ms. Yayoi, I just want to find out from you, being Japanese, how would you explain the African sound or the South African sound when you play it? What attracted you to it, and how would you explain it?
I feel like I'll speak in English first, and then I'll try to say it in Japanese. I feel it is layer of life in it. When I play African music, there's so many elements layered together with the melody that's really in tune with the nature. So, you know, like I feel lots of like life in it. Like, you know, like I feel the wind, I feel the sunshine, and, you know, like it just, you know, feels good as a human being. And it reminds me of like why we play music at the first place, you know, like rather than, oh, I want to be better musician, or like I want to do something really like fancy, you know, like it's just so many elements accepting each other. That's how I feel when I play African music.
Great. Jimmy, my question to you, each time you travel around the world playing in different spaces and places, do you have to readjust your style depending where you are, or do you just always play the normal way, depending on what country do you go to?
Yeah, it depends on adjusting. You know, I was born in South Africa, so always the African thing is always in me, even if we're playing jazz, but the African thing is always around me. You know, like the playing with different, sometimes it's jazz musicians, but they can tell this is not the normal jazz. It's from Africa. The sound, I think the adjustment comes on stage. You just adjust around the cultures you are around with, this, you know. I don't know if I explained that proper, but you know, that's how I feel like, you know, you're always going to be different as long as you were born in Africa. Looking forward to hear you. Maybe next week when you come back from Durban, we'll come to the same place, the South African Roadies Association place,
Yes.
because they have a stage here. We'll do something, you know, musically, and then
That would be
you know.
so nice to play with you
Obviously,
again, and
yes.
you know, like so looking forward.
Right. It's a long process. We just start like this, and the next time we do the workshops, and so, and then you're going to Pretoria, doing a master class. What's the name of the place we're going? Mamelodi?
Yeah, University of Pretoria, Mamelodi campus.
Okay, great. And who invited you?
This bassist, her name is Anna. I don't want to mispronounce
No
her
problem.
last name, but she found me during pandemic.
Right.
And I did a online interview with her, with a female musician group who plays instrument. So, you know, like we as an instrumental player, as female, we don't get as much spotlight easily as the vocalist could get.
In Bogota.
So yeah, so you know, like Anna started this movement of like, okay, let's get together worldwide.
Right.
Instrumental female musician.
Yes.
So I was like, what a great idea! Let me be part of it. So we started conversation.
And this conversation started right in the pandemic.
Yeah, like pandemic was really tough for everybody, but there's lots of silver lining.
Right.
That, you know, like we got closer, like, you know, like with, you know, everybody doing Zoom, you know, like everybody is closer worldwide. So the group met every week with
Right.
different interviewer leading the session. So it was great, and she found out that I would be in Johannesburg. So she reached out right away.
Right.
That, you know, can you come to my school? So
Amazing.
this
you know.
is how it happens.
Yeah, it's great. So,
Yeah.
you know, looking forward for playing again.
Yes.
And you enjoying South Africa.
Yes.
Till
I
next
know
time.
I'm in
eh?
good hands,
Yes.
musically, and you know, all other
Right.
fans. Yeah.
You won't be disappointed in
Yes.
South
Thank
Africa.
you so much for.
Thank you for coming to South Africa.
Thank you for inviting me.
Question.